Welcome everybody, Farm Sim Snowy here. In this video we're going to look at a new mod map released for Farming Simulator 19. So this is Eureka Farms by TNTmodding. Just read you the description in the mod hub. It says, welcome to Eureka Farms, an easy place to start farming on several large fields for easy planting and harvesting. There is a large central farm area to raise animals and even to place some factories. This map is seasons ready and has its own ground map for precision farming. It is also possible to use the placeable factory pack. Please note that this pack is not compatible with seasons. So the placeable factories pack is going to be a required mod to download this map, but it will download it automatically if you just start downloading this map. That's what I found anyway. So we start off here at our main farm, which is an absolutely huge open space area with lots of sheds for storage. If we look on the map, here we are, pretty much slap bang in the middle of the map. It's quite a big map, but the fields are quite big. There's only 13 fields, but as you can see there's some big fields there, and we've got pretty much everything you'd want to start with really. I'm on new farmer mode and I'm on console. So in new farmer mode you start off here with all your equipment, and we've got cows there, chickens, horses, sheep and pigs, and they're all the standard base game animal pens. So if you did sell them you can easily retrieve them, and they're all the large versions of those pens. We've got a farm silo there in the middle, which again is the standard base game farm silo, which holds 200,000 litres, and it would just hold your sort of basic crops. We've got our farmhouse there, which again is just a standard in-game farmhouse. And then we start off with some equipment. If you start on new farmer mode, it is going to be 581 slots, which isn't too bad. But if you sell everything that you own, and you can sell everything, it goes down to 311 slots. And if you come on to here on any of the other two modes, farm manager and start from scratch, then you start off with nothing, and the slot count again is 311. So this area here becomes a massive area. Well, not there because that's a shop, but this area here becomes a massive open space if you sell everything or you start on the other two modes. So let's just have a little wander around the farm. We'll start here. This is going to be our workshop, so we come there, we can work on our machineries. These doors do open, so you can store a couple of things in there or simulate that you're working on your vehicles. And I think we'll go over to this shed. So these are all modded in, these sheds and the workshop, but they are down in the placeables to buy. So if you did sell them you can get them back. So we've got some of our machinery here. Again, all these doors open. Some really nice sheds here. We've got a light switch there, but I was trying, I've tried every single shed, I couldn't get that to work, so I don't know. We have got lights just up here dotted around inside all the sheds. I don't know if they come on automatically or not. So next we'll come around here because I want to finish down the bottom half. Now I won't go through all the animal pens because they're the standard base game pens. It's pretty self-explanatory where things are. So there's your dialogue box for your pigs, I'll just quickly go through these. There's your farmhouse there. And then over here we got our standard sheep pen. Like I say, they're all large versions of the base game pens. And then just round here we've got our horses. Again, a large one. We'll look at them in our garage, the items that we own, in a second. Farm silo there. Holds 200,000 litres, like I've already said. Just your base crops, standard crops. Large chicken coop there. And then over here we've got our large cow pasture. Again, everything's pretty self-explanatory where things are. So your milk's going to be there. I'll come back down and we've got these two big sheds here. Plenty of storage. Some of our equipment's already in. These two here, this one and the one next door, they're both drive-throughs, so that's going to be good if you're coming in with your harvester and you've got a trailer for your header, and if you've got any trucks, again, more equipment inside, and it's a drive-through. Lots of sheds. More shed space with equipment. These ones have got a racking system in, so you can store pallets and things which you wish to. One more shed there. We do start off with some really nice equipment as well. So we've got our loading wagon there and a nice big John Deere sat there. So, oh, last shed over here, nearly forgot this one. Let's just have a quick look at this one, and then we'll look at our equipment that we start off with. So this one's empty, I think. Yeah, and like I say, same as the one back there, we've got a racking system there. We can open all these doors. Pretty cool. So let's have a quick look at our equipment, what we start off with. So we start off with a Case Maxim CVX 145. We've got a John Deere 8400R, a Case 9240 harvester, a Strautmann loading wagon, Agroliner TDK 302 header for your case, a corn header for your case, a subsoiler. Then they're all pretty big equipment because obviously the fields are big. We've got a seeder and a planter, a sprayer, a fertilizer and lime spreader, front loader forks with a bucket, and then we go into our animal enclosures. Like I say, they're all the large ones. So your pig one there will hold 300 pigs, large cow 200, large sheep 250, your large horse, that's 16 horses, and your large chicken coop 400 chickens. Then we've got our standard base game silo, 200,000 litre capacity, just holds your basic crops, your wheat, barley, canola, corn, oats, sunflower and soybeans. And then we've got our modded in sheds. So we've got two of each type, I think. There's 3 different size sheds. So we've got 2 of those, 2 of these, your workshop, 2 of the smaller sheds. We've got a water station, which again's standard base game one you could get, and your farmhouse. So if you wanted to sell everything, like I say, they are going to be available. Now, there is a lot of modded in stuff, so bear with me. I've gone through everything. I think I've got everything written down. So first of all, under vehicles, I think it was under crop protection, we've got a modded in Emperador, which basically gives you a lot larger capacity and a lot larger spread. So the basic one is only a 5,100 litre capacity and a 27 metre spread. This one, 300,000 litre capacity and 54 metre spread. So a lot of the modded in stuff, if you want to play a bit more realistic, you're not going to want to use them, because obviously that capacity there and the spread is just quite, you know, extreme. But they're big fields, you're going to whiz through the fields easily with some of this stuff. So that's the first one. Then in Beat Technology, I think it was, yeah, we've got a Holmer, large capacity again, 500,000 litre one, where you've got the standard is only 45,000 litre. Some of these run quicker as well, that's the same working speed. So again, 500,000 litre capacity, a bit OTT, but they're there if you want to use them. In Harvesters, we have got these two at the end, which again is the standard in-game ones we've got just here, but the capacities are much larger. Again, both 500,000 litre capacities they've got. So, you know, you're not going to enjoy it if you're a realistic player. You're not going to be using them. Still, obviously, you play the map how you want to play it, but these things are here if you want to use them. And in Forage Harvesters, we have got these three modded in at the end, which are the dual trailer ones of the standard base game ones. So again, they're there if you want to use them. Then we had sugarcane technology. Now this is what I mean about not realistic. So the standard in-game one is 2 metre wide working width. This one is 50 metres working width. 2 metres, 50. So if you got sugarcane planted, you're going to get through that field quite quick, I should imagine. And then in tools, we have got in trailers, again, they're all standard in-game items, but they've been modded. So a lot of them, you got these 3 trailers here, they're in-game, they're at the end here, most of them. They've just been modded in with either larger capacities or faster working speeds. So again, these 3 trailers, 500,000 litre capacities. And manure spreaders, there is a lot. We've got one at the end, so there's the standard one. That's 150,000 litre capacity with a 48 metre spread width. So it's double the standard one. That's only 24 metre, and it's slightly faster. That's 12 miles per hour, and the modded one 15 miles per hour. And from there, loading wagons. We've got this one at the end. So there's the standard one, which is 56,500 litre with 12 mile per hour working speed. This one's 500,000 litre capacity and 24 miles per hour working speed. Same on the slot counts, it's just gonna go faster and hold more. And then from there, in levelers, we've got this standard Holaris Stego there. We've got a modded in version of it there, which says high compaction, which I'm guessing it's the same working width as the base game one. So with high compaction, says to me, look, it's going to compact your chaff a lot quicker than the standard base game one. So you probably, I don't know, maybe just have to run over it a few times. So we've got that. Again, not going to be very realistic for some people. Baling technology. We've got a modded version of the base game one there with wide pickup, it says. And that runs at 49 miles per hour, where the standard base game one is just 12 miles per hour. Now surely if you're going up to that speed you're going to get out of control with a baler, I would have thought, but there you go, that's that modded one. I did test this, and with the standard in-game mower I mowed some grass, so that's an 8.5 meter working width. With that baler I just run through the middle and it picked up that whole spread width, 8.4. So it definitely will pick up that wide, maybe even wider. So they're not lying when they say wide pickup. Then we had sugarcane technology. We've got the modded in trailer there. So there's the standard trailer, 66,500 litre capacity. This one again's 500,000 litre capacity. Forage harvester headers. We had this, which is a modded version of this Krona X Collect, but it will do poplars, which is quite cool. So we have got a in-game base poplar one just there, the New Holland one, which is only a 2 meter width and 4 miles per hour. So with this one you're going to be able to go 9 meter width with 6 miles per hour. From there, auger wagons. We've got a modded in Hall Master, so that's the base one there, 70,000 litre. That again, 500,000 litre capacity. Potato technology. We've got the Holmer HR12 potato. I believe that is normally just for sugar beet, just there. So we've got a modded in one which is now gonna work with the potato harvesters, which is pretty cool if you're into your potatoes. Fertilizer Technology. We've got a modded in one of the Breedle K165, so that one is 18,950 capacity, 12 meter working width. This is 250 litre capacity, same working width, just slightly faster at 3 miles per hour faster than the standard. So we do start off with the standard one, so you don't start off with any of the modded stuff, which is quite good, because if you don't want to do it and you do want to play realistically, you don't already own any of this stuff, which is quite good what they've done there. I think that's it for tools. Sorry, I'm forgetting sheds. In sheds we've got all the sheds that I've just shown you. So there's your workshop. So like I say, if you sell any of it or you start on the other two modes, you've got them available. There's a smaller shed, the medium shed, the large shed. They're all there, so it's pretty good. Right, also I'll quickly just show you, in our silo we do start off with some basic crops, just a little amount to get you going, and then from there I'm going to quickly run over the back because we're right near the shop, so I'll see you at the shop. So here's our shop. Just over here we've got our workshop trigger, even though we've only got one just over there, over the other side of the wall. So you'd bring it in there and do your work on it, customize it. We've got our shop menu trigger here, so we can go and buy anything we like. If you do buy anything or lease it, it's a massive great yard, but everything seems to just congregate in this corner here, and that is also going to be your reset point, which is what I am going to show you now, because I need a tractor for the tour, so we'll reset our case tractor. There we go. Now off we go. I think what we'll do, I'll tell you what I haven't done, I haven't showed you any of the field prices. So, sorry, we start obviously with this area on New Farmer, and we start off with field number 7. So that's 206,000, and our farm area is 344,000. So you could sell them off as well if you don't want to be in that farm. Field prices are a little bit expensive, but they're quite big fields. So you've got these 240 odd thousand, 13's just over 1 million, 12's 1.3 million, 11 446. This is the largest field. That's going to set you back almost £2 million. You can't buy any of the shop or sell point areas, but there is little areas, if we zoom in, like this, that you could buy, which look quite small on the map, but when you're down there they're reasonably big. So that's for 23,000 you could buy that for. We've got a forestry area there, which we'll cover in a minute, right next to the sawmill, which is handy. That's 310,000. So we've got this area up here as well. It can buy right next to the dairy, which we'll go through in a minute. So that's only 20,000 to buy, and this little grassed area with a few trees in it, that's only 76,000, which is somewhere you could start up another farm if you didn't want to start where they put you. It has got a little road entrance just there, so we'll cover that in a second. So if we swing round and out of here, it is a really big open map. And another thing I noticed, even though the fields are large, look at the gap you got between the field and the road. So you again could get rid of some of the trees, extend those fields out, so you can make them even bigger if you want. So we're going to head up here to, I think, the first of our sell points, and where the animal dealer is. But there's still obviously something for everyone on this map. It's quite flat, there's not really many hills or bumps and lumps, so it's quite flat. Again, like most maps, it's not going to be for everyone. It's whatever takes your fancy, really. So just coming up to the top here is where our animal dealer is, and one of our sell points. We'll just nip in here. Now, just here is going to be our first sell point, which is, so we did all our farmyard area, and we came from the shop, we came up here, up through there, and in here. So we're at Feed Supply Company, which is there, so you can sell, it's going to be a main sell point. You can sell all your standard crops, potato, sugar beet, also cotton, sugar cane, straw, and all of your placeable factories produce. So quite a handy sell point. And then from there we'll cut across. I'm just going to nip across there, be naughty. This is where our animal dealer is. What I did find is there's so many buildings on some of the areas, that are obviously just there for decoration. I mean, I know it makes it look like a proper big yard, but some people might think, well, it's a bit of a waste of space that could have been utilised elsewhere. I don't know. One thing I did notice, we've got some floaters there, the hazards, trigger marks. So this is your animal dealer. Open up our dialogue box. We can get our animals from there, like so. And from there we'll come out, we'll come down, and then we'll check out the fuel station there we've got, and the BG8. Again, I'm going to be naughty and cut corners. There is traffic on here, which does seem to go round most of the main roads. There is contracts available on here as well. I'll just pull over and quickly show you, because some of the fields are quite large. You're going to get paid out quite well. So field 13 there, 51,000 for a fertilising contract. When I did test it, field 4, which I think is on our left now, that had a fertilising contract on it. It was 91,000. So if you've already owned some of that modded in stuff and you take a contract on like that, you're going to whiz through that no time at all. So just coming down to the fuel station now. Swing around there, missing the cones. So we can fill up our tractors and machinery there. We've also got another pump there, which is quite cool. From there we're nipping here, because this is our BG8. Again, big area. So there's your digester, higher one, not a low down tipping one, but I think a lot of them you can get away with just tipping out the front there. I'm assuming this is going to be where your digestate will come out of. And then we've got two large bunker silos there. A lot of the stuff, I think where they've used a lot of the standard base game items, it reminds me of different areas. So I didn't play on Ravenport a lot, but this bunker silo is similar to what Ravenport was. So if we come out there, and then we'll come round, again, really large open spaces. No trees really hanging over. If that is one of the things that annoys you about some of the maps, especially the UK maps. It doesn't actually say where this map is set, but I'm assuming it's an American map. With the size of the fields. But I could be wrong. So if we just hang a left there. Again, massive open area. Which, like I said earlier, you can't actually buy any of these areas, so it's a bit of a shame, because you've got all this space here where you could put, I don't know, another sell point or some multi-buy points if you've got any of them modded in. So if we come down here, we've got our first of our bell sell point. So we came out of the biogas plant, we come along and down, and we're now at the Bell store and warehouse. So we'll have a look at both of those quick. So the bale store is just going to be cotton you can sell there, which is quite handy. Silage, grass, hay, straw. None of the placeable factories produce. And then warehouse is down the bottom. That's going to be a main sale point. So it does all your standard crops: potatoes, sugar beet, cotton, sugar cane, straw, and all of your placeable factories stuff. Quite handy. So the warehouse is going to be just there, the sale point. Just there to our right. Like I say, all this area just open, doing nothing. You can even put little sheds in there if you wanted to store anything in there. I don't know. We've got plenty of storage at our farm, I know, but so we're just going to come across the bottom of our farm now. So we're just coming down to where the spinnery is. So if we go left here, quite a big area again, you're not going to have any trouble with any trailers. So just there on the left is our sale point. So we came from the bale store and warehouse, we come across here, down the bottom of our farm, down, and we're here now. And then next door we've got the transport company. So spinnery is obviously going to be cotton and wool, and that is it. The transport company, which is next door, which we will look at, but while we're here, again, does all your main crops: potatoes, sugar beet, cotton, sugar cane, straw as well, and then all of your placeable factory stuff. So no shortage of places to sell. We'll go down and through this way. So just there on the right is going to be your sale point for that. And if we come out of here, we're going to head into sort of the forestry area, which is where the sawmill is going to be. So if we just stop there, we've got our little sign there. Beaver Brothers, cozy log cabins, rough sawn timber. So this is all your forestry area. You've got paths going off either side to go through it. Plenty of trees to cut down if you wish. Again, massive open space. With lots of buildings just as decoration. But it's been made to look like a proper working place. So just here is going to be your sale point for your wood. There you go. Drop your lumber in there, sell it just there. Just over here we've got a wood chip sale point. There's your hazard area. Tip straight into there for your wood chips. One thing I did notice is you've got these trees here, but if you start walking to, it goes a bit funny. It will let you fight your way through, but then you've got the edge of the map there, so be careful because you can fall off of that. I've not tried it with a vehicle, but I fell off like now, as in person, and it reset me back at our farm. So there's no sort of boundary there to stop you falling off. See, now it's not gonna let me get back to the tractor. Oh, there we go. You kind of have to fight your way through. So I don't think those back trees there, you're going to be able to get to them to cut them down. there's going to be an issue, I think, with that. But there's plenty of other trees for you to start with, because if we try and go there now in the tractor, it doesn't let us. So there's a boundary there for your vehicles, so you're not going to be able to get those trees beyond this path, I don't think. So we'll come out of the sawmill and forestry area. And we shall go, let's just check on the map. So we did all these, come up, came in there, did the sawmill, and then we're going to head all the way up here to these two sell points. I might just cut to as we're coming up to those ones, just so you don't get bored. So just coming up to the next two sell points. This one you can easily miss because it's there, and that's another bale sell point. So we're at bale and feed and the old grain mill. So bale and feed up the top. You can do cotton there, silage, grass, hay, straw, and that is it. And then for, was it the old grain mill? Yeah, I said it's going to be another main sale point. Again, potatoes, sugar beet, cotton, sugar cane. No straw on this one, but you can do all your placeable factories stuff. Like so. So, just over here is the old grain mill one. There you go. And now we're going to come out of here, go right and head all the way up to the top to the dairy, which is just there in the distance. So again, I'll probably cut to that and I will see you up there. So just come up to the dairy there, there's your entrance, and there's our sale point just there on the floor. Obviously the dairy's gonna do eggs, milk, and I think it also does cheese on the placeable factories, and I think that last item is the soya drink one, soya milk. So there you go. So we come down from there straight up this road and we're at the dairy. Now I'll just show you these two areas that I spoke about earlier that you can buy, this one and this one, just to show you. It gives you a couple of options if you want to use them. If we come out of there, like I say, you've already got a road set up leading in. So this is the area here that you can buy the smallest one. And then just over there, you've got all that area. So if you could clear all those trees out, you know, you could turn all this up into your farm, or you could make that another field. You know, there's various options you can do. While we're here, what I will do is quickly buy this area, because I will show you the textures that are available. Again, in the landscaping, it's just the basic ones really in game. If we come down a bit, change it to painting. So we've got like a dark wet soil first, and then we've got what this ground is now, like a sort of tarmac asphalt effect. You've got the concrete effect, got more like a stony dirt type effect. We've got a grass effect, another grass effect which is a bit flatter. You've got sort of like a gravel effect, that's your rock type, and then we've got sand, and then I think that's back to that dirt. Yeah, so just the basic ones really. I think is it. That was Eureka Farms, and that's by TNTmodding. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, then please do also. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.